What's up, guys? So today marks 2 months since Ellie committed suicide. Yeah, honestly, there's a lot. Like, she had called everybody. That day she had called a lot of people, and I guess she said bye. To her dad. She called the sister. She told me she was dying. I had the last message, but I got there, and as I got there, her dad was leaving. So I was um, where's Ellie? He's like, no está en la RV. So I'm like, what do you mean? Me acabo de ir hace como 20-30 minutes. She's there. And he's like, she didn't open. So fui a tratar de abrir las doors. They were locked. But the RV had this one hole through a closet, that we could get in because we had lost our key, and that's how I had gotten in before. So I got in, and from the closet, the room, the restroom, I could see the kitchen, and I saw her body on the floor. And I approached her. I thought, she had passed out. She had taken pills or something. And I saw she was hanged, and she had hung herself with the sheet in the fridge. And it was pretty tight, honestly. I don't remember. I pulled that shit. I guess I broke the handle from the fridge and everything. But I'm guessing, she tied it, and then she started twisting it, and then she started twisting it around her neck, and just, ended up passing out and just collapsing. But I took that shit off of her, and then I went and opened it for her dad, the door for her dad, and we're trying to give her CPR. We're trying to call fucking 911. I ended up getting the phone from him, and I was the one to call 911. So I'm hysterical. I was screaming, like, just get the fuck here. This is the fucking address. Just come. Like, she's not breathing. Just come. And I ran outside, looking for the cops. Ran to the street. The neighbors were already fucking all up in the business and shit. And the dad was trying to give her CPR también. Ya no le entraba ni el aire por su boca ni nada. They ended up getting there. They took her in the gurney. The dad went with them. I stayed, obviously. I was the one there before. I was the one there after. So they questioned me. They took my car for evidence. They wanted to take the RV for evidence. It was a hard day, honestly. I didn't get my car till like 9 or something. Ruby had told me to, like, if she makes it, we don't want to see you around. And I mean, I understand them, honestly. Like, they didn't know what happened. She didn't know nothing. I found out she didn't make it like around 7. I kept asking, like, was she able to come back? Like, they haven't told us anything. That's a good sign. Usually if they declare her dead, like, right on the spot, like, it's bad. And whenever I got to the police station, I asked again, like, did she make it? And the guy told me, are you okay? So I knew. And I'm like, yeah. And she was like, she didn't make it. And I was like, okay. So I gave my statement and everything, and they ended up driving me back to the RV again. I saw the scene again. They took my car. I ended up getting my car like at 9. So I drove to my homeboy's house. I got fucked up. And the next morning, around 5 in the morning, I started driving back to El Paso, and it was pretty hard. But anyways, I wanted to tell y'all a little bit more of what happened that day 2 months ago. Exactly 2 months ago. And besides that, I'm proud of where I'm at right now. I know Ellie will be proud of me. One of the first things I did for her was get her glasses. That day, that Monday, she killed herself. We're supposed to get our glasses, but estaba haciendo mucho frío y no había luz ni nada de eso, so nos cancelaron la cita. She had rescheduled it, and I ended up getting my glasses here in El Paso, but that's something she always got mad at me for. Another thing was my sticker in mi carro. Like, I used to drive my car without a sticker for all those 2 months that I was over there in McAllen, and I got my sticker. I'm going to church now. I started going to church. I had never gone to church, guys. I got a little cat, even, you know. Um, Everything I do is for her, man. Like, it sucks. You know, I tell people I'm not living for myself anymore. And I'm not. Like, I do it for her and I do it for others like her, you know. And it sucks, man. It sucks. Like, sometimes I want to give up, honestly. But she's always with me. I have this bracelet since last time I went to go see her ashes from the island, because the island was our spot. So anything that has to do with the island and the beach, it's us. You know what I mean? And I'm trying to cope with this. Like, it's not easy, guys. It's really not. And I don't know how I'm doing it. I, I don't know. And that's just not even, half of the story. Like I said, the 13 was our 10-month anniversary, I gave her a present and shit, and then that day we ended up fighting, and she tried choking me. We were already going to bed, and she tried choking me, and I had to fight for my fucking life, man. Like, I couldn't breathe, and I told her, like, babe, I can't breathe, like, please, let me breathe, like, let me breathe, and she wouldn't let me. I even cried, and I tried to fight her, and she kept grabbing me, and, I told her, like, hey, it's okay, like, because she felt bad afterwards, and she was crying and shit, and she kicked me out and shit, and I was like, hey, it's okay, like, let me come back, like, let's go to sleep, like, don't worry about it. We ended up going to sleep. The next morning, it was February 14. She went to go get some food. I waited in the RV because I was pretty upset about what had happened the previous night. Like, I couldn't believe, she had almost killed me. And she told me, like, I would have killed you if I would have had something to kill you with, or if I would have been strong enough to kill you. She's like, I don't want to go to prison for murder, and she would tell me she was scared, like, those days. She's like, I'm scared of myself, like, please help me. And I did. We tried taking her to tropical and shit, and it didn't work out. And, well, whatever, she went to go get food, and she came back with balloons and flowers and a little present for me, because it was February 14th. So I still have that on my wall. And that night, it was snowing. She was at her parents', and I was gonna go pick her up so we could go sleep in the RV. And she was like, hey, just stay here, like, it's okay, they say it's okay. So I got off, and I was gonna go to sleep, and we were good and everything, but she was intoxicated, and she saw that I shaved my armpits and shit, and she got upset. So I was like, hey, man, you're gonna start fighting me, like, it's better if I go, And when I was trying to leave, she got me, and she pulled me down on the fucking bed, and I was like, fuck, she's gonna choke me again, She started hitting me, culero, like, hitting me, and I was just taking it. All this was bruised balls. Like, I had a black eye for the longest time. Like, her mom and her dad came in, and they tried, taking her off me and shit, and they're like, leave, whatever, Then she started messing up their whole house, and I ended up picking her up, getting her, and I'm like, babe, let's go, like, stop. Like, I had a swollen ass eyeball, like, and I'm like, it's okay, like, let's go. Like, they're gonna call the cops, like, we're on parole, like, come on, let's go. So I took her to the RV, that night. That weekend, she was just out of there, man. And it's a pretty hard day for me, It's 2 months since she did all that, and it's still, to me, it's still like it was just yesterday, honestly. And it's fucking hard, man. But thanks for listening. And I just don't want to feel alone, and I want y'all to know that you guys are not alone either.